With EBO1 freshly released, I think it should be safe or fair to talk about cards that will come out in OP07. Now we know Japan is already at OP08 revealing, eventually this series will catch up with that. Anyways, how's it going anyone? I'm Sanada Yuki, level 1 One Piece judge and kinda new to getting in depth about the One Piece TCG. Anyways, today we'll be talking about the leaders that will be coming up in OP07. And of course, we will have people who don't want to be spoiled yet about OP07, so this is the first of many warnings coming up to ya. Anyways, let's begin. Starting out, we have the legend himself, the Goku that left his family for Oop kind of father. Well, that's kind of far-fetched, but anyways, he is the legend himself, Monkey D. Dragon. For those who hasn't catch up on the anime or heard about him, he is the leader of the Rev Army, so that's why his type is Rev Army. He has a very interesting activate main, which is to give up to 2 of your attached Dawn from one character to another. Now this effect is very interesting if you consider how Revolutionary Army type cards play. You have Karasu, which minuses 1k if it's at 7k power. Morley cannot be blocked. Lindbergh KOs at 3k power or less. Ivankov plays a Rev Army with 5k power or less, and the new Inazuma gains Banish. Definitely it's a new way of playing the Rev Army deck, whereas we have the first leader is Belloberry, which is kinda like...
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
And then you have Sabo that protects characters that are 5k power by reducing their power by 1k. But Dragon here is basically like that strategy is like, okay, you attack, then now you go this side, you attack that side. So you might be wondering what cards you want to run in the deck if you ever build this leader. This is personally my opinion, but one of the main cards is of course the Rev Army cards. Top picks, Karasu, Ivankov, Inazuma. Those personal opinion. Next, you have the 2-cost Luffy from OP01. Activate main, give itself 2 rested Dawn. You attack with it, use leaders, activate main, transfer it to another character. And then you have the 4-cost Rush Killer Kid, that new staple that came out in EBO1, for obvious reasons. And then you could possibly run the 5-cost Rush Luffy, the starter Luffy. Give it 2 Dawn, unblockable. You could also maybe run the 1-cost Nami starter that gives a rested Dawn to a character. There's always an option. There are many ways, of course, and definitely this is an interesting aggro deck fitting of a red deck that in majority of TCG is aggro. Now I haven't really played green as much as I like to. My only green deck, and it's kinda not pure green, it's my janky Isho deck, which definitely needs help. And then I have my green-yellow Yamato deck, which is mainly yellow, partially green, it's kind of a mix here or there. But we definitely know, I know for sure, that this leader is gonna be annoying. It's a fact. It says when your opponent attacks, on your opponent's turn definitely, you can rest your opponent's leader or character for 1 Dawn, with no limit cost. So that means, you know what? That's a board control. It's gonna be so annoying, you're gonna have to figure out, okay, I have a leader and a character, both of them can attack. Who do I want to attack with before they rest one of my cards? You really have to think it through now. And with the added effect that she is a supernova type leader, you know what that means? Yes, my friends, the supernovas or the worst generation is gonna take over the world. Oh, it's gonna be so annoying. I'm already guilt tripping here. Anyways, cards that I see going to the deck are Starter X Drake, that you give it 1 Dawn, you attack with it or rest it, it gives your supernova type leaders or characters, and Navy plus 1k, that's a buff. Bonnie Searcher, of course we know the Bonnie Searchers are gonna be a staple. 8-cost Kid, this is for the one that I call Great Wall style or Tower style, because the 8-cost Kid only allows you to attack that card. Then we have Ryuma, which if you want to go outside the supernova type, definitely you can try play Ryuma on play KO arrested 4 costs. It's a 4-6k power, not too bad. Then you can also use a starter Zoro from the Zoro Sanji deck that when attacking with 1 Dawn, rest a 6 cost or less. And then of course, the lockdown is gonna be 10 cost Dofi, which locks 3 cards including leader. How would you build this deck then? How would the deck perform? I honestly think it's gonna be annoying to face because they're resting all my stuff. Anyways, let me know in the comments how you will build it if you are gonna build it. Next up, we have the goddess, the most beautiful pirate, the queen of the Kuja pirates, Boa Hancock. Now I say all that, and of course, yes, I agree, her basic leader card looks beautiful, don't get me wrong, and her alt art will make people say, please step me, I don't judge, but hey, you do you people. But for me, Robin is number one. We need a Robin leader, one day. This is a very interesting leader where it says if you have 5 or less cards in hand and a card leaves the battle by your own effect, you draw a card. Which I think it's gonna be a blue kind of deck where they bottom deck, return to hand kind of deck, and it should be able to keep a good amount of hand draw. As far as threats go, I cannot say much because most of the Kuja pirates are debuting in OP07, but here are some cards that I would think go well in the deck. You have the starter 12 Pudding. You know which starter deck I'm talking about? Is the Soro Sanji, the Pudding, activate main, you return it to the hand, that will trigger leader. I will never doubt a woman's tears. Now if you want to play Pudding off this, that's how it'll work. You pay for one instead of paying for two, that's one way. Love Love Mellow, definitely, especially since Love Love Mellow is her signature move. Then Desert Spada if you want to rearrange your top 3 cards of your deck. And of course, there's more ways which I couldn't think of at the moment, but we will talk about Kuja Pirates and this deck specifically when we talk about blue cards, because that's when the cards will be revealed. Perhaps one of the most annoying characters when I watch the series. And of course, I'm surprised honestly that it's getting a debut in this TCG. But Foxy, the wily cheating fox pirate, is making his debut in the scene. His effect of when attacking, Dawn -3. If you have 3 or more Foxy pirates in play, choose up to one of each your opponent's leaders and characters. The cards you choose do not become active during the owner's next refresh phase, which is stupid. It's basically a 10-cost Luffy in leader form with so much more, requirements. If things go well for this, it definitely becomes a 10-cost Luffy. Like, I know Foxy's beam is annoying, but this? Okay, to be fair, if your opponent is a full control deck, you're gonna struggle, and Dawn -3, especially for purple, is a bit hefty, but I'd say don't underestimate it just in case. Cards that will go in that we currently have. One for sure is going to be the 5-cost blocker kit, because when you Dawn minus, get the Dawn back as active. You can run Dogless Bullet, the 4-cost. Dawn -1 or 2, I think. It's rest an opponent's card on play, that's 4 costs or less. Ship's Head. Definitely no one really thought about that. And maybe just some Dawn ramping cards, maybe Miss All Sunday, Polly, all those stuff. I'm not gonna be happy when I'm gonna face this deck. As soon as I see the leader, I am going for blood. I am not pulling any punches. I'm going for the leader straight out, or I'm going for the characters. That's all I have to do. As long as they don't get a big hand, I should be okay. Oh, the memories of me when I was starting playing One Piece TCG in my local card game shop. It was interesting because we started out small with just 3-4 people, and now we are growing steadily, which I'm happy for, but sadly I moved. Anyways, one of my hardest matchups was the Rob Lucci deck and also the Ace deck, but we're talking about Rob Lucci here. Rob Lucci is getting a new leader, which I personally am hyped for. He's not my favorite character, especially in his Jaguar form. Jaguar, Cheetah, Leopard, one of the cats, but they look so good in white. You cannot tell me otherwise. Anyways, this is a new leader skill of when attacking, you may trash the top 2 cards of your deck and reduce the cost of one of your opponent's characters by 1. So this is gonna be kind of like how Black is going to. You're gonna trash cards and then play cards from your trash. I wouldn't say it's better compared to the old leader, where the old leader says if a card is KO'd, you trash 2 cards from your hand, restand the leader. Yes, it's a more aggro deck. Yes, you are risking your hand size, so you kind of have to choose which archetype you want to play with. So some cards to consider for this deck. Not really consider, some of them are a must to have in this deck. 1, 4-cost Kaku, We know that. 4-cost Khalifa. Yes. Air door is very optional if you want to build your board. And the staple for all black decks, 8-cost Mora. We know that. And another staple, 4-cost Rebecca blocker. Why? Well, we know why. Ice Age, because we know Great Eruption is getting banned, so we kinda need another big cost reduction card. Soap Ship. Solid. 2 cards minus 2. It's not too bad. Honestly, there's a lot of ways to play this leader. But this is a leader I'm fully anticipating to build next to Dragon. Why? You'll know soon. All I can say is Cypher Pole looks so stunning in white. It's so much better than their black. I don't know why. Like, Khalifa looks better in white. Lucci looks better in white. You look at the cards that he has already, he looks so good. Lastly, we have Dr. Vega. You know what? Screw the script. I don't care. I have to let this out. Tell me, does he look like Dr. Robotnik or Eggman's long-lost brother cousin, Wachimajik? I mean, come on, the stash is a big giveaway. If anything, he is Dr. Eggman, but instead of all the fat on his round body, it goes up to his brain and his tongue. Come on, tell me I'm not the only one that sees that. Anyways, Dr. Vegapunk here is very interesting. It is our only leader so far that has 2 lives, which most people will say, oh, it's gonna be dead in like turn 3, turn 4. Maybe. But it's a fact. Activate main, use 1 Dawn. You may choose reveal a 5-cost Egghead type card or less. You can either play it or put it to your life face up. Now, we don't know what Egghead type cards are gonna have trigger for. Some may trigger to heal life, some might trigger draw 2 cards. But all I can say is it's gonna be annoying because turn 1, if you're going first with 1 Dawn, tap 1 Dawn, play a 5-cost. Who knows what that 5 costs do? We do not know. We'll have to see in future episodes. But some cards that I might consider putting into the deck is gonna be the new 2-cost Kozuki Hiyori. Maybe it's not the best, but it does let you decide what trigger cards you want. You can put the starter ace that's from the 3 Brothers deck. 5-cost Rush 7k, not too bad. EBO1 Viola. You can either look at all your opponent's life or flip one of their life face down. And of course the staple of yellow, Kapon Beji. 2k counter, trigger. One of your leaders or opponent's leaders or characters cannot attack for the turn. I low-key wonder how this deck will face up against my green-yellow Yamato deck. And the reason why I say that because I do not build the Yamato with Tower or Great Wall style. No. My build is very different. And I will eventually make a video about it. Just be patient because it's very interesting and it's just unique according to most people because I try not to build my decks to be meta. I try to be as close to meta, like competitively, but not too meta because I tend to play chill. Unless tournament time, then yes, I am trying to kill everyone. Well, not kill, okay, that's the bad word. Anyways, these are the leaders coming up in OP07. Is there a leader that you're hyped about or plan on building? How would you build it? Are there cards you'll run in it for the deck? Anything that I missed, you can let me know down in the comment. And also, just to let you know, this is the first of many One Piece reveal episodes that are coming up. So as many of you know, One Piece is my main. And also Dragon Ball Masters, not Fusion World, because Fusion World is just One Piece in Dragon Ball form, in my opinion. Anyways, I hope you enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, if you like this video, maybe you'll like my other video here, my very first unboxing, unpacking video, EBO1, which is recent. And also if you not like that, maybe one of these videos that YouTube recommend. Who am I to say anything against YouTube? I want to get monetized. Anyways, I hope to see you in the next one. I'm Sanada Yuki, heading out. Bye!